And clink.
Clink.
Welcome to June, guys. Just kidding, July's here.
July, tonight at midnight. Hey, basketball fans. I'm Mike Sangerardi.
And I'm Dem George. It's summer again.
And we welcome you to our next episode of News and Screws.
Yay!
Woo! Alright, so we're gonna...
So we talk about stuff. Let's talk about stuff. What are we talking about?
I'll tell you what we're talking about. We're splitting today's episode into 3 parts. Hold on, 3 parts. So what we're going to do first for today's episode, we're going to talk about the NBA Awards show, which happened a couple of days ago. Then we're going to talk about recap the 2017 NBA Draft, which was last Thursday. And we'll do the first round, and then we'll go into some notable second-round picks that could turn out to be gems, a.k.a. Isaiah Thomas. And then we're going to talk about free agency and our predictions and what we think is going to go down starting tonight at midnight.
And the rest of the summer, apparently.
Yeah. All the way up until training camp. And then in October for the start of the 2017-18 regular season. So with that being said, let's get right into it. And as always, if you guys have a comment
or something,
or leave it down below because we are live.
Like, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want. Let's get into this.
This is up, you know, you can do whatever you want. So, feel free to comment, and we will answer any of your questions. So, let's get into it.
So, yes. The NBA Awards show, which was in New York City, because then again, what's not in New York City?
And the first ever NBA Awards show.
Hosted by Drake himself.
Because Drake's awesome, so don't hate.
Hosted by Drake, the skits with Will Ferrell were hilarious, and Nicki Minaj obviously performed because she was bribed.
And, and honestly, I would say most of my predictions were right. But,
most of the predictions were rigged?
Let's be honest, people, they were rigged. I mean, there's no getting around that. But, so, let's get into it. So, our first award for the most valuable player, and that obviously went to Mr. Triple-Double himself of the Thunder, Russell Westbrook. And the sign will tell you everything you need to know. I've said this since the end of the season that Westbrook needed to win the MVP, and I'm so happy to say that he did, because with all due respect to the other nominees, which were James Harden of the Rockets, Kawhi Leonard of the Spurs, Harden and Leonard were the only other nominees. I mean, the guy averaged 31.6 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 10.4 assists per game, and the first player since Oscar Robertson to average a triple-double for the season. Russell Westbrook, as I said before, was not born on this planet. He was born in a completely different basketball planet, and it really wasn't a surprise at all. This is the only award that was not a surprise to me, him, or pretty much anyone else that watches basketball.
Russell Westbrook is a monster. Russell Westbrook is probably going to be in the cast of Space Jam 2. Russell Westbrook will be the entire team.
He'll either join or replace LeBron.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead and ask away.
If you had to choose for an MVP, would you go with the guy who's averaging the most stats, the guy with the beard, or the guy with no soul?
I think it's pretty easy to say.
Yeah,
right?
I'd clearly pick the guy with the beard. Obviously, look at that thing.
I mean, come on.
James Harden.
No one else in the NBA has a beard like that. So
see, Mike has a beard to symbolize how much of a man he truly is. Yeah. James Harden has a beard to hide the fact that it looks like Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle could play him in a movie. He's tall, he's slim. I mean, those aren't the things that James Harden is, but
the ink is done on that deal.
That beard is phenomenal. It's one of the best beards I've ever seen. Yes, I'll have to admit my beard isn't that nice, but
you'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll get there eventually.
Hey, Mike, did you watch the draft this year?
Of course I watched the draft.
Yeah.
I always watch the draft.
I sure did, because it's now time for Dem's draft grades, and I don't think the world is ready for what they're about to see.
I don't think so.
I really don't.
But
let's get into it.
Yeah.
Pull draft recap so I can put up the sign already. I'm killing myself doing this.
So right now we're gonna do a recap of the 2017 NBA draft, and I'm gonna go over the picks right now for you.
Remember, we're gonna give my draft grades right after he announces which pick went where.
Oh yes, and remember we're doing some honorable mentions in the second round.
We'll all fall asleep.
So with the first pick the 76ers, after acquiring the #1 pick from Boston, took stud point guard from Washington and the latest addition of the process, Markelle Fultz.
2 words. The process.
The process. Well, I can't do a good Embiid impersonation, but
You need to trust the process.
yeah. Embiid, if you're listening,
I'm 7'2".
you like pretty.
I'm good looking.
You like Rihanna.
I like pretty women. Most specifically, Rihanna.
Rihanna, please listen to.
Listen to
go
me.
out with Embiid because that
Listen
would
to
be a
me.
dream come true.
That would. Sorry, Drake. Who's
Yeah,
next?
Drake. No.
With the second
With
pick.
the second pick,
The most obvious pick in the NBA draft.
not a surprise.
Not a
Most
surprise.
talked about player in this draft.
Let's talk about play.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
award for most talked about player by his dad goes to
Lonzo Ball from UCLA.
LeVar Ball. Shut up.
LeVar, shut up. You got your wish, so just stop talking, please. And
I almost
let
spelled
Lonzo
your name
just
wrong
play.
here.
Let Lonzo just play and be his own player, and not the player that you want him to be. If they don't make the playoffs next year, listen, it's not the end of the world, okay?
Actually, it could be because the Lakers have got such a good player. Another terrible again. LeVar, I almost spelled your name wrong, by the way. I'm not sure if you can even spell, so I wouldn't be surprised if you can't read that.
You probably can't spell. Yeah, you can't spell. Nope. You can't even spell your son's names.
When you name them. They all start with the letter L, which he's going to take after LaMelo gets picked. Ha!
And LiAngelo doesn't get picked.
So many L's.
I don't think LiAngelo's getting
Who's
picked.
next?
Next up, the men in green, the Beantown, the Celtics, as I said, acquired this pick from the 76ers. And they went with Jason Tatum from Duke.
I'm not going to lie. I honestly didn't think that Jason Tatum was a small forward. I thought it was a point guard.
This shows how much he watches college basketball.
No, he looks like one. The dude's too thin to be a small forward.
Tatum does not look like a point guard.
He's like me, but taller.
Doesn't look like a point guard.
He's
And
got,
it was also
he's got that pretty boy light skinned point guard face with the goatee and everything.
As I said, Michael B. Jordan light. So listen, now
he's lighter
after Josh Jackson canceled his workout with the Celtics, I pretty much knew for certain that Tatum was going to Boston, and it'll be interesting to see how him and Jaylen Brown play together. Because but look, Brad Stevens is a genius, so there's no doubt he'll figure it out. Next up at number 4, Phoenix, the Valley of the Sun. They went with the aforementioned Josh Trash Jackson from Kansas.
Who?
You know him.
Where?
Andrew Wiggins Lane.
Where?
That place, remember? Allen Fieldhouse, the arena they play in.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No? Do you people know? Kansas.
Where?
Josh Jackson.
Where is Kansas? What is Kansas?
Kansas.
What is Kansas? Where is Kansas?
Can anyone tell us?
What the hell is in Kansas?
Cornfields and Josh Jackson. That's about it.
Dorothy, I'm sorry.
That's about it.
Dorothy, I'm sorry, but you're not in Kansas anymore because Kansas isn't a place. There is no Kansas.
No.
There is no Kansas.
I'll tell you this. I'm happy he went there because that's the team I wanted him to go to, and that fit next to Devin Booker. That's a great fit. Those two will play, hopefully can play well together. Next up at number 5, One and Done University. Coach Cal, you did it again. Sacramento, the team with no direction whatsoever. They went with the third best point guard, in my opinion, this draft. Guy I wanted my Knicks to take. This would be Aaron Fox.
No, that's a pretty
That's a
sly
great
move.
pick. That's a great pick for Sacramento.
No pun intended.
He hasn't even played a minute in the NBA, and he's the best player on that team.
See, no pun intended. That's a pretty sly move because his last name is Fox. It's sly as a fox.
Yeah.
What's next?
Nice pun.
I'm already done.
Nice pun.
I'm done already.
Oh, you're not. 6th pick, Orlando Magic. Yes, they are still relevant. They go with the local kid from Florida State, Jonathan Isaac. Some people have said Kevin Durant light, Brandon Ingram light. You cannot compare him to Durant. I'm sorry. You cannot. He doesn't know.
I'm going to strengthen. Who's next?
Next up.
And as you can see, I only have the top 10 because I only have so much space in one notebook.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a poor man.
7th pick. Yes. So Minnesota originally had this pick, but ended up trading it to the Chicago in the blockbuster Jimmy Butler trade, which was a great trade, by the way.
Or Chicago, so who cares?
So Chicago ended up going with Lauri Markkanen from Arizona. Basically Porzingis, but 3 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Wow, Chicago actually went with someone who could shoot.
And speaking of Porzingis, but shorter.
Oh,
we have Porzingis.
And now
came up short.
And now we have the French prodigy, and yes, his name is Frank Ntilikina from France.
It's Frank Ntilikina.
It's Ntilikina. The T is silent, people.
The T is silent?
Yeah, I hate silent letters, just letting you know.
Well, all in all...
He's going to be a great player. French players translate well to the pros, as I've said. And,
Who?
And he'll be a fan favorite,
Who?
too. They also misspelled his last name on the back of his summer league
What
jersey.
French players ever been good in the NBA?
Oh, I can name a lot.
Freaking Tony Parker.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Boris Diaw. Who else?
Oh, shit.
Nick Batum.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Nick Batum. That's about it, right?
Ntilikina is still trash.
Ntilikina will be great.
I don't care.
He'll be great.
He's playing for the Knicks. He's gonna be trash.
Can't be like that with
It's
our
over.
team.
No, it's over.
Nope.
We're cursed.
All right.
We picked 8th. You know when the last time we picked 8th was? 2009.
And who
got picked the pick before us? Stephen Curry.
And
what did we get? Trash.
And listen.
Lauri Markkanen's gonna win an MVP twice.
Listen.
And lead the Bulls to 2 championships. It's set in stone. The Knicks are cursed.
Make it 4. And listen, Phil is gone. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Praise God.
God is real.
Praise God.
God is real. Phil Jackson's gone.
Pause it for a minute.
Hallelujah. You can't pause a live stream.
What?
So all the while, yeah, Phil Jackson's gone. It's the greatest news I've heard since my autopsy came in. And they checked me for Kool-Aid, because I thought it was blood, but it wasn't blood, it was Kool-Aid. But yeah, Phil Jackson being gone kind of put a lot of Knicks fans at ease, because they was talking about, oh, we want to trade Porzingis. But now we're not going to trade Porzingis, because Phil Jackson's gone. I still don't think that Frank Ntilikina is gonna be any as near as good as Tony Parker was as a French point guard prodigy would go. Apart from that, top 8's been looking pretty solid. Fun fact: Lauri Markkanen's from Finland. Lauri Markkanen's from Finland. You know, in the spirit of him, I wish Matt could come back so we could finish this episode. Because people from Finland are called Finnish people. And I guess they know how to finish. Because Lauri Markkanen was born.
I love you too. I always will.
This episode was not brought to you by Sprite because we don't have the ability to use product placement. This nice, beautiful can of brisk. It's beautiful. It's fantastic.
Oh, sorry for that interruption.
Technical difficulties. We were talking about frickin' the next pick, which is...
My girlfriend called, just letting you know. But she's doing great, by the way. Anyway, so, sorry for that interruption. Anyway, so next up at number 9, Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks. They go with the other guy I wanted the Knicks to take. From NC State, Dennis Smith Jr.
NC State is not a basketball school.
Dennis Smith Jr., best player to ever play at NC State.
NC State isn't even a football school. That's Russell Wilson.
Listen, it's NC State.
Yeah, it's not North Carolina.
I can only think of one other NC State player that's in the NBA, T.J. Warren.
That's how terrible they are.
Yep. Who gives a shit about NC State?
Let's look at it this way. North Carolina has like 5 main schools. Literally. North Carolina. Duke. Even Wake Forest is more relevant than NC State. And it's the State University of North Carolina.
Bottom line is, no one cares at all about NC State. Just letting you know, alright? And Mark Gottfried is gone too, so hopefully, who's the new coach at NC State?
That's 4, not 5. I don't know.
I think it's...
I don't care.
I can't remember. Yeah, who cares?
Next.
But Dennis Smith Jr. will be he'll be the next, what is it,
Next, Wesley Matthews of Dallas.
yeah, the next leader for the Mavs after Dirk is gone.
Dirk's not leaving. What are you talking about?
When he retires.
Dirk's never retiring. Get out of here.
Dirk's the man, though.
Get out of here.
We love you, Dirk. We love
that
you.
talk out of my house.
I love Dirk more
Dirk's
than...
not retiring.
I love Dirk as much as anyone, but still. Alright, next up at number 10. So
Top
Sacramento
10.
originally had this pick and ended up trading it to Portland. And they went with Gonzaga's first ever one and done, Mr. Zach Collins.
This is not fair. Nobody goes one and done at Gonzaga. Nobody does.
Zach Collins changed that, though.
Zach Collins is a little punk. He didn't even start this year.
Yeah.
Came off the bench.
I thought he was going to be at least...
What bench player gets picked in the first round?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be at least a 2-year college player, but he surprised a lot of us this year.
What bench player gets picked in the first round?
Listen. Other than Nurkic, Portland has no one in that front court. All right? So, Zach Collins will go in and, you know, he'll be a good backup to Nurkic, but he's not starting anytime soon. So.
What bench player gets picked in the first round? Is my question to me.
The answer is no one except for Zach Collins, and that's it. That's it.
That was the top 10, guys. Yay!
But now we move into the rest of the first round and notable second rounders. So, with 11th overall, the Hornets went with the next Jamal Crawford, according to him. And that would be Malik Monk, who surprisingly slipped out of the top 10.
Because Michael Jordan's a genius.
He is a genius. And him and Kemba together.
Because Michael Jordan's a genius. That's why.
Perfect.
Set in stone. It's next.
Monk's great. Next up, this guy. The Detroit Pistons at 12 take.
Not you.
My man.
It's Luke Kennard.
Yeah, Luke Kennard from Duke. Excellent shooter. And if KCP leaves in free agency...
Went to Duke.
This is a guy...
Duke isn't a good shooter.
This is a guy who could come in and start right away for the Pistons, because where are they going? Nowhere. They're going nowhere.
Detroit never goes anywhere. It's Detroit.
Grayson Allen was supposed to be the man at Duke, but it turned out to be Luke Kennard, who I like a lot more than Allen.
Well, Grayson Allen is staying at Duke.
Grayson Allen's trash.
So now he is the man?
Yeah. Well,
Grayson Allen, if it was not...
No, all the new kids that are going to be at Duke this year. They're the man. They're all
Throw out Jahlil Okafor. Throw out Justice Winslow. Who performed big time in the Final Four that year? Grayson Allen, as a freshman. And what did he do? He stayed at Duke. He listened to me.
Well, look, we'll see.
That's why I'm a Grayson Allen fan.
Well, look, we'll see.
He listened to me.
Well, look, we'll see.
You're pushing Seminoles around. You're staying at Duke.
But stop tripping people.
No.
If you could do that, you'll definitely be a first rounder next year, for sure.
He's the next Christian Laettner.
Yeah. Nope.
I hate Grayson Allen t-shirts are going to come out soon.
Grayson Allen sucks.
I hate Grayson Allen.
And I liked him. I used to like him.
The 30 for 30 I hate Grayson Allen is going to be coming out in 2025. I can't wait for it.
His junior year, though, took me right out of the Grayson Allen bandwagon.
I love Grayson Allen.
I used to, but...
I love his grit.
Depending on if he has a good senior year, I'd have to say, thumbs down. Sorry.
Beep, guys. Justin Jackson got picked. Yay!
Hold on, we're not up to him yet. So, 13th overall, Denver.
None of these guys are important.
Oh, they are important.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
They actually are.
Justin Jackson. He's a national champion. Is Donovan Mitchell a national champion?
Oh,
no.
Donovan Mitchell's the man.
It's Bam Adebayo. What kind of name is Bam Adebayo?
Well,
go back to soccer.
Well,
go back to playing soccer.
Well,
Justin Jackson's a national champion.
And now he's a Sacramento King. So what does that tell you? Yeah, he'll still be a really good player, especially if what's his name, Rudy Gay leaves.
TJ leaves to the Pacers, dud. Freaking Harry Giles, dud.
John Collins, the man, going to the Hawks. I love that pick.
Only other big name in this first round that I could
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
Yeah, who's a Laker. Yay.
Should have gone to the Jazz though. It's bullshit, yo.
Yeah, well,
it's not fair.
The draft screws us all basically.
The NBA's rigged.
And look at Mr. Terrence Ferguson to the Thunder. I love that pick. I absolutely love that. No, that pick is great.
He played in Australia.
Yeah,
Blase.
Frank Mason III to the Kings, and he went to Virginia. He grew up in Virginia.
Yeah, but he freaking went to what's-his-face.
Yeah, no one cares about it. Oh!
Okay, so Tyler Dorsey got picked in the second round by the Hawks.
Yeah.
I know he's Greek.
Oh, he is Greek. Yeah, part Greek.
Wow.
Part Greek, yeah.
Look at that.
Jordan Bell was drafted by Chicago and traded to Golden State.
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, but he can't shoot, though. So, Dwayne Bacon, best name in the draft.
Isaiah Hartenstein got picked by the Rockets.
But he won't be coming over this year. Oh, look, the Knicks are 44. Who do we take? Damian Dotson from Houston.
I give up.
Dylan Brooks to Memphis.
We could have picked Dylan Brooks.
Drafted by Houston and shipped to Memphis.
I'm out.
How about this, people? Remember Shannon Brown, former player? His brother he actually went to the Bucks. He was picked by Philly and was traded to Milwaukee. Sterling Brown from SMU. Yeah. Oh, wow. Remember in our last video I said Ike and Nick Bogu to the Pacers? Well, that's what happened here. He went in the second round, 47th overall. So, reunited with TJ Leaf.
Congratulations to Darius Thornwell.
So Darius Thornwell was drafted. He was picked by Milwaukee and was traded to the Clippers.
This is great and all. You know who wasn't drafted?
Shemek. Yeah.
The frickin' Polish mountain dude.
Nigel Williams-Goss to the Jazz.
And he's in the Jazz. I don't know if it's bad about Josh Hart anymore.
How about this? Another Jabari Bird. Went to the Celtics in the second round.
You see, let's just not give him the number 33. He's gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give him that,
and that is the draft. Hooray, hurrah! Speaking of the draft, goddamn, we got some news.
Oh yes.
Jimmy Butler got traded.
So also now let's get into free agency and trades and our predictions for what's gonna go down starting tonight at midnight.
Or is that I have to call them traders?
So let's go over the trades right now. So Jimmy Butler got traded to Minnesota on draft night in exchange for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th pick, which turned out to be Lauri Markkanen.
That dude.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. Minnesota better be a playoff team next season. No doubt about it.
Let me just say this.
The only thing is their bench is terrible right now, so they need to go out and sign some damn players to fill that bench.
Sign Michael Beasley again.
Nope.
Note time.
Nope.
Note number 1. Minnesota has a back. Dear Maya Moore, I love it with all my UConn-plated heart. But Minnesota has a basketball team again.
Yay.
Yay. Sorry, Maya.
Awesome.
Also, dear Jimmy Butler, this is not Tinder. Stop giving out your phone number.
Like, seriously.
Press conferences.
You're a smart guy. You should know better than that.
I know you went to Marquette, but damn.
Why would you do that? Has anyone else ever done that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Nope. And then
everyone but Soulja Boy, in case you took the phone.
Soulja Boy.
I actually dialed that number once. Somebody picked up. It's hilarious.
Wow. How do you like that, people?
It just wasn't Soulja Boy.
How do you like that? Now, if you guys probably know, on Wednesday, Chris Paul ended up getting traded from the Clippers to Houston. And I'm actually going to go over that trade right now because a record 8 players, it was technically an 8-player draft.
Huh? An 8-player trade?
8-player trade, I'm sorry.
Well,
trades are usually never that big. So let's get into this.
Oh,
Paul, and actually this is the first time I've seen one team make so many trades in one day. So this was from the other day, Wednesday, on June 28th. Let me run through this.
2 days ago.
So Houston, first they acquired Ryan Kelly from Atlanta for cash considerations.
You think everyone cares about this? Let's talk about Chris Paul.
Okay, so let's talk about CP3. So he will be teaming up with James Harden, the Beard. And going to the Clippers, Patrick Beverley, Sam Decker, you remember that guy, Montrezl Harrell, Darren Hilliard, who got waived yesterday, DeAndre Liggins, Lou Williams, Kyle Wiltshire, who I'm a fan of, 2018 first-round pick, and cash considerations.
'Cause it's all about the money.
So what direction does that leave the Clippers, especially if Blake Griffin leaves?
None, as it always has.
What's Doc Rivers gonna say?
Nothing. He has no
Well, I
say.
still have my son. That's about it.
He's gonna now he's gonna start.
I got
Austin
Jordan.
Rivers.
I got Jordan.
But here's the best part of this. Now that freaking Chris Paul is going to the Rockets, James Harden can rest easy and play shooting guard again.
Yay! Because listen, even though D'Antoni won Coach of the Year, James Harden really should not be playing point guard.
Yeah, honestly.
Especially when you have a guy like Chris Paul on your team.
Well, not you have him now, obviously, because like, think about it. People ask me all the time now. Who do you think won into the trades? Jimmy Butler or Chris Paul? And I tell them all the time, Chris Paul's trade was good for Chris Paul because now he can play point guard for a Western Conference team that's in the playoffs, and now James Harden can play shooting guard again. Jimmy Butler's trade helps that entire team that's already good enough to make the playoffs but just didn't. Now you add an all-star and an all-defensive player. You can go to the playoffs in like the first year with this guy. It's a given.
But listen, beating Golden State, that's a whole other
That's
story.
out of the question, obviously, but still.
No one's beating Golden State, but still.
Just kidding, Utah is.
And you have an excellent, Utah. We love Utah. But
White Kobe's sending a championship to Utah.
He better say tonight at midnight, I'm staying in Utah, because especially if he goes to the Celtics, I will not be happy. But listen, and also in Minnesota, you also have a great defensive coach, Tom Thibodeau. So you absolutely need to make the playoffs next year, and there's no doubt about it. If they don't make the playoffs next year, what an utter disappointment and a lost season for Minnesota. I love the Butler trade, and I love the CP3 trade. I think it's a great trade. And Houston, they're getting up there. They're absolutely getting up there. Now we're gonna get into the big and small section.
Mike, I got hella news, dude.
Or episode. What's that, D?
This just in. The Boston Celtics have offered an opportunity to park the car in the Harvard Yard and all the clam chowder that the Indian Pacers can eat for Paul George.
Okay, so basically...
What?
So basically, if you're asking right now, what does that mean? Okay,
I don't know.
well, from what I read, now, obviously, Paul George is a lot of rumors right now as to, when he's going to be traded. He wants to be a Laker next year. So, listen, so here's my stance on this.
My cousin's name's going around like me in high school.
Yeah. So, here's my stance on it. The Pacers need to trade him before the season starts, even maybe before training camp starts, because, you cannot have this drama lingering into the season. So, apparently, the Pacers asked Boston for Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who they just drafted last week, the Nets pick in next year's draft, and the Lakers pick in next year's draft. And apparently the Celtics called their offer unrealistic. Because you know why? Because Danny Ainge.
Is this unrealistic as this? Is it as unrealistic as this?
Well, that's up for debate.
Is it?
That's up for debate, really.
Is it? Replay that offer. Look at this offer. Tell me which one you think is more realistic to you.
What do you think, people? Let us know.
You
let us know.
I'd take a chance to park the car in the Harvard Yard for sure.
I would.
Kidding me?
Why would the Celtics give up 2 first-round picks, a player that they were high on, that they're still high on in Jaylen Brown, and a guy that hasn't even played a game for them yet?
I don't know.
He just drafted a week ago.
Kobe got drafted and picked. Jimmy got picked by Charlotte and then drafted to LA. So
I guess anything can happen, really.
Yeah. As Kevin Garnett once said, anything is possible.
Especially with the NBA. Never forget that. Now we move into the final part of our episode.
Yay!
Yay, big and small news section. Yay. Alright, so big news time. The latest episode of News and Screws. So
covered that already. Let's go.
So the Wizards are interested in Otto Porter for Paul George. Sign and trade. They have interest in executing a sign and trade of Otto Porter for Paul George. And Washington would send a protected pick to the Pacers as well. So he would have to agree to the deal on restricted free agency. Washington has had interest in making a more dramatic move to take the next step after the second-round exits in 3 of the past 4 seasons. Well, personally, I'd love to see George with the Lakers, but would he fit in Washington? Yeah, maybe. I just don't know if he wants to play in the nation's capital. That's the thing. But I can see Otto. Honestly, no, I can't see Otto Porter leaving the Wizards. They won't let him go. They won't let him leave that fast. They're not gonna let him leave. Period. Because they have a nice young team, and they're gonna keep building on that young core that they have.
What has Otto Porter done? Nothing.
What has he done? Yay, Knick news. Knicks unlikely to request permission to speak with Masai Ujiri, who recently signed an extension with the Raptors, and the Knicks will likely need to send draft and cash compensation to Toronto. He was reportedly a preferred candidate of the Knicks, and Raptors hired Ujiri away from the Nuggets in 2013, and New York is searching for a replacement for Phil Jackson.
Dead.
Look, just hire David Griffin. There you go. There's the answer right there.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
David Griffin left LeBron walk.
They also couldn't agree on a new contract, so every team is different, basically.
Man,
Drew Holiday expected to sign a 5-year deal with the Pelicans, and there's growing expectation that they'll quickly sign him after the start of free agency.
Which sounds more like Drew Holiday.
This isn't a surprise. Come on, you traded for Cousins last
which
year.
Which sounds more like Drew Holiday expected to sign a
leave.
5-year deal to ruin his career.
Yeah. They lack the cap space to replace Holiday after a pivotal season with DeMarcus Cousins a year out from free agency. They're also said to have a strong bond with the Pelicans organization, with how they supported him when his wife underwent brain surgery to remove a benign tumor.
Cousins is leaving.
No, he's not going to leave.
Cousins is leaving.
Nope.
It's happening.
Oh, it ain't happening.
It's gonna happen.
It's not happening. Nope. Especially if the Pelicans do good next year, he'll definitely stay. Don't come to us. That's a big no-no. Don't come to us. The Knicks waive Maurice Endor. So you're like, who?
Who? Exactly. Next.
He averaged 3 points.
Next.
Who cares? Rockets interested in signing Zhou Qi. It's a long-term deal. Their second-round pick from China last year.
Oh God, he's not Yao Ming. Give up. If he's not 7'6",
yeah, he ain't Yao.
And his name isn't Yao Ming.
Who cares?
In 2002, don't even bother.
No. That's all you need to know with that. Here's some news that actually matters. Fourth mystery team could schedule a last-minute meeting with Gordon Hayward.
Matters.
So right now, really, it's Utah, Miami, and Boston, and apparently he's gonna meet with the Jazz last. So, White Kobe, please make a good decision and stay in Utah. Please, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Did Kobe ever leave the Lakers? No.
Did Dirk ever leave the Mavs?
No.
Nope. That means Hayward, you better stay in Utah or else I will be very upset.
I will never call you White Kobe again.
And you know what? If you do leave, go to Miami.
I will call you White LeBron.
Dang. That's a good one.
Especially if it goes to Miami.
And then back to Utah.
And then back to Utah and wins the championship.
So.
And wins the championship.
Yeah, that'd be process. Funny. But honestly, Miami, they're not close to a championship. So, yeah. John Horst didn't know he was candidate for Bucks GM job. While the entire NBA
John Horst didn't know that the Bucks GM job was a job. Meanwhile, the Bucks didn't realize I had an NBA team until like 5 years ago. Or when they drafted Antetokounmpo. It's like, are the Bucks even an NBA team? Who knows?
The Bucks are the rising team in the East. Of course they are. Well, the entire NBA was surprised John Horst was elevated by the Milwaukee Bucks as general manager. Even he was surprised by the move. They already decided to promote Horst to general manager when he was summoned to meet with ownership, and he didn't realize he was a candidate. They plan to have Justin Zanuck replace John Hammond, who departed to join the Magic.
Him not knowing was a candidate?
Come on, what are you doing? Honestly, I was surprised too.
Him not knowing he was a candidate was like when Donald Trump won the Republican race for presidency.
Yeah, he didn't even know either.
He didn't even know.
And look where we are now.
Yeah.
Adam Silver suggested Bucks
John Horst for Bucks GM 2018.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly for president 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't forgotten.
Chip Kelly. Yep. Of course we haven't forgotten because it's going to happen.
Chip Kelly for president.
The world will be a better place with Chip Kelly is in charge.
Yeah.
Adam Silver suggested Bucks consider hiring who? This guy, Danny Ferry.
Oh God.
Danny Ferry's an asshole. Just to
Danny Ferry went to Duke.
And he's a racist too. So.
You imagine he went to Duke?
Who cares about that? Milwaukee ownership was not unanimous in elevating Justin Zanuck for the job, while another candidate, Arturas Karnisovas, was given a promotion to retain the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, and Adam Silver, they both went to Duke.
What?
Yeah. See?
Adam Silver went to Duke?
Yeah, that's right. The NBA commissioner went to Duke.
Ew.
He like that. Yeah.
Ew.
He loves Duke. Just kidding.
That's disgusting.
Says a lot about the NBA. Jazz re-signing George Hill likely to play a big role in Hayward's decision.
Which I hope means he stays.
Please.
Your nickname's on the line, White Kobe.
Help your teammate out. Please make the right decision tonight. Please.
Your nickname's on the line.
And you better be the first name in free agency.
Your nickname's on the line.
Not like Timofey Mozgov last offseason.
Okay.
And look where he is.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah. With D'Angelo Russell. Strong pursuit of Otto Porter. Contavious Caldwell-Pope expected by the Nets. But knowing the Nets, they're not going to get anyone. Because they tried to get Tyler Johnson and Alan Crabb last year, and look where they ended up.
In Brooklyn.
Porter is not leaving Washington, and KCP probably is not leaving the Pistons, even with Luke Kennard there. So, that what happened. Klay Thompson signs 10-year, $80 million extension with Anta, the shoe company.
The same shoe company that Luis Scola's with.
Where's Luis Scola now? Back in Spain.
Really?
No, he probably will, though. He said he's done in the NBA.
Oh, no.
Chetty Osman expected to join Cavs for 17-8 teams, their second-round pick in 2015.
What the hell?
Because out of right now, the Cavs are the only team in the NBA. Their entire roster is the same. They have no new additions on their team.
And when you were a championship team, obviously.
Hey, Chetty Osman.
When you were
Warriors could have interest in Dwayne Dedman if they're unable to re-sign Andre Iguodala. Wait, hold on.
Is this Harrison Barnes all over again?
Hold on, what? First of all, they play different positions. Well, Zaza Pachulia isn't coming back, so...
Good. I hated Zaza.
I like Dedman, actually.
I hated Zaza on whatever team he was on.
I heard he can go back to Atlanta, so... 76ers to sign Furkan Korkmaz, their first-round pick from last year for the 17-18 season.
It was a first-round pick?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Turkish prodigy, yep.
It was a first-round pick?
Oh, yeah, 26th overall, I believe.
That's why I don't know.
Trust the process.
Anyway, it's the process, who cares?
Yeah.
Process.
Process is everything. Everything. So, Bulls to waive Rajon Rondo, very last-minute trade. Where's Rondo's next stop going to be?
I don't know. Prison?
Basketball purgatory.
He's already there.
Rondo's played for every single team.
Literally.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Rondo's played for the Kings. He might as well play for every team.
He should go back to Sacramento and mentor Fox.
No.
Actually, no. That would be terrible. See, now Sacramento's starting to be a relevant basketball team again, but yeah, if you do something like that, I would say you're a sucky team again. Knicks expected to interview David Griffin. Please do that. I'd be so happy. Danilo Gallinari, Rudy Gay, Joe Ingles headline Clippers free agent wish list.
Wow.
Yeah, the Clippers are going to look real different next year.
That's a lot of guys.
Can you get all three? Nope, not getting all three. Yeah,
Probably not.
Probably Gallinari, and that's it. Celtics tender qualifying offer to Kelly Olynyk.
Yay.
We all love the king.
I love Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly Olynyk's the man.
I love Kelly Olynyk.
And that hair, too.
Not just because he went to Gonzaga. Not just the hair, either.
Just because he's a great player.
Actually, it's both. It's both. It's the hair and the fact they went to Gonzaga.
It is. Come on. Kelly Olynyk is the man. That's all you need to say. Bucks tender qualifying offer to Tony Snell.
Release him.
No, they're going to bring him back, I think. Oh, boy. John Calipari reached out to Knicks president opening. Whenever you see a Calipari rumor, just wait for like an hour and then they'll say, I deny it. He denied it.
It was literally an hour this morning.
Yeah, it was. He's never leaving Kentucky, so as long as he keeps getting one and dones.
As long as he keeps getting
that's all that matters, people.
As long as he keeps getting high school kids to never win championships in college.
That's all you need to know, really.
It's like, oh, hey, did you play for Calipari? How'd you do? Oh, I was the first round pick in the draft.
But I didn't win a championship.
No championships at Kentucky?
Well, except Anthony Davis. And that whole class from 2012.
That's the last championship they won.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's...
Terrence Jones turned out to be...
trash.
Yeah. Who else?
Kid Gilchrist.
Michael Kid Gilchrist
trash.
has done nothing.
Doron Lamb. Trash.
Not even in the NBA. Who else? Well, honestly, the 2015 class was great, too.
Cousins hasn't won a championship yet.
And Cousins never will win a championship.
John Wall only got to the playoffs.
Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Cauley Stein, Dakari Johnson, the Harrison twins, the list goes freaking on and on and on.
They're still not winning championships. The only one out of that with a chance to win a championship is Cat. That's it.
That's it.
It's Cat.
And look at the kids coming in next year. Hamidou Diallo, Jared Vanderbilt, Nick Richards, P.J. Washington.
Never going to win a championship.
Not with those names.
Not with those names, and not going with the top picks in the first round. Hell no. Next.
Quade Green is replacing De'Aaron Fox. Just letting you know. Oh, this guy again. LeVar Ball, this is his latest. Even after he gets his dream and his son is drafted by the Lakers, he still won't shut up. Jerry Colangelo is a helicopter parent. Previously said the people around Lonzo Ball present a challenge when asked about the possibility of the 76ers drafting him.
LeVar Ball is the one black father we all need. The father that's always there.
Always there and will never disappear.
LeVar Ball is the black father we all need.
LeVar Ball's gonna voucher for free season tickets just for him for every single Laker game this year.
Unless he has them already. Unless he's had season tickets for the Laker games when LeVar started at UCLA. When Lonzo started at UCLA.
He vouched for it. It was all finalized after Lonzo got drafted.
When the college season started, LeVar Ball bought his Laker season tickets. When UCLA,
but not even his wife, not even his two other sons, just him. Just him.
He's gonna try to sit next to Magic Johnson and get his autograph.
He probably already did get his autograph. Just letting you know.
He's gonna get it on his head though.
Probably like, Magic, please, thank you for drafting my son. And that didn't get me upset during the draft.
Magic, can you sign my head? I didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah, sign my head, please. Sign my head. You're a genius, Magic.
Okay.
Blake Griffin to meet with the Suns at midnight, and they can offer him a 4-year, $130 million deal. So, can I see this? I maybe could see it. He could be a mentor to the young kids that they have in Phoenix, namely the Dragon, Marquise Chris, Tyler Ulis, Booker, Josh Jackson.
You don't need to mentor Devin Booker.
No, you don't. Okay, no.
Devin Booker was mentored by Kobe.
Booker already
once you're mentored by Kobe, you better just don't tell him nothing.
Yeah, and he already scored 70 points.
It's like...
Has Curry ever scored 70? Nope.
Be like that one guy who you just walk past in the hallway in high school and don't say anything to him because you know he's better than you.
Devin Booker would kill all of us in basketball.
Even me.
Yeah. That's saying a lot, people.
Definitely you, but even me.
Wow. See, another jab at me.
Let's talk about Gordon Hayward.
Because why not? Why Kobe again? So, this is, declined $16.7 million player option, will be unrestricted free agent. As I said, why Kobe better be the first news tonight in free agency. I'm telling you. And it better say, re-signs with Jazz on 5-year deal, and not sign 5-year deal with Celtics.
I'm going to cry.
I'll probably punch something, but,
I'm going to cry so hard.
I'll be so upset. Oh my God, I'm so upset.
Why are we talking about why are we talking about the Warriors?
Yeah, this is where we are now.
Can we skip this?
Nope. Warriors decline qualifying offer to James Michael McAdoo.
Oh.
North Carolina, former NC player. They're not bringing him back, I don't think. Phil Jackson, is willing to meet with Frank Isola if his tweets and stories improve. Hey. He promised to change MSG's culture towards the media. You didn't change anything for the right reasons.
Yeah,
you should know that. You fell asleep during...
You fell asleep on the bus.
On the bus, during draft prospect...
You don't fall asleep on the MTA. You know that.
And you out of all people, Phil, you say you're the Zen master, you're the genius.
I think he was.
Nope. No.
I think I think his age is catching up to him. I think his age and the weed are catching up to him.
And he did a lot of it back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
He's not the young bull he used to be. Ha!
Ha! That's a good one. See, Phil, you should go back to the Lakers.
They suck.
Lonzo's gonna change that whole franchise.
Jeez.
Watch.
Jeez.
Gar Forman flat out lied to Jimmy Butler before the trade. In the week since Jimmy Butler's trade to the Wolves, there's been criticism coming out of Chicago about him. Of course, when he leaves, you're gonna say negative things about him. But he was traded there, okay? There's a difference between if you get traded somewhere and if you leave in free agency. AKA LeBron.
Well, LeBron would know all about that.
Yeah.
But see, like...
But Jimmy Butler isn't LeBron, though.
Chicago, dude. Chicago is mad that they suck, that they're going to suck.
And they have a terrible coach in Fred Hoiberg, too, so...
Like...
That doesn't... And they have, like, 6 point guards on their roster right now.
Only team in Chicago right now is the Cubs. And it pains me to say that.
Oh, but it's true.
Hell, Elena Deladon left Chicago.
And the Bears.
Elena Deladon left Chicago,
Hashtag
guys.
Mitch Trubisky.
Hashtag no more Elena Deladon.
She's great, too.
Y'all lost Elena Deladon.
Now, whose fault is that?
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah. Warriors have luxury tax concerns re-signing Andre Iguodala.
God.
Yeah, he's probably not going to go back.
God.
Pacers hire Chad Buchanan as GM under Kevin Pritchard. Huh? Who's that?
And who's this for our last bit of news?
Our last bit of news for our latest episode of News and Screws. Mavericks trade Jared Uthoff to the Rockets for cash. And he was undrafted last year. Another stretch for, what do you expect?
Trading undrafted kids for cash. Are you serious? It's not business. It's not business.
It's all you need to know, people. And they traded him to who? The Rockets. The most active team in the last, couple of days. Making 6-7 trades in one day.
As they haven't been the most active team for the past 10 years.
Let me tell you, that's the first time that I've ever seen that. Maybe...
Ever.
All of us have ever seen something like that.
I haven't seen the Rockets more active since they changed their uniforms.
Since I was there. Oh, yeah, they also need to really change that logo.
No, the logo looks fine.
No, they can upgrade it.
They need to not have Clutch be their mascot.
Yeah,
get an astronaut. Or the Rockets.
They should get an astronaut.
The Rockets.
Red astronaut.
I could draw a better mascot than Clutch.
He really can, though.
You can still name him Clutch. You can still call him Clutch.
I like that name, actually. Good name for a mascot.
Yeah, but a bad name for the Houston Rockets. Who weren't so clutch against the Spurs.
You know why? Who? Because they're the Rockets. They can do whatever they want.
I mean, when you get blocked by someone as old as Manu Ginobili, you're not very clutch. From behind, mind you. From behind.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen next year, though.
No, it's going to happen
Especially the fact that Ginobili could retire, so...
I don't want to hear that trash in my house. Anyway, guys, news, other stuff. Got more of it coming in late August or whatever. I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a long off season. We got the summer league coming up.
Oh yeah, so
more free agency.
we got free agency. The draft is in the rearview mirror. We have free agency tonight. We have summer league coming up. We have to see all the new rookies. You know, LeVar will be in attendance for all the Lakers Summer League games.
When is Vegas getting a basketball team?
Probably within the next 3-5 years.
Cool. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, Vegas.
I'm all about expansion teams.
Vegas basketball team, yeah. And we get to see the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL.
Hell yeah.
All you hockey fans out there, you know who you are, so you're going to definitely enjoy those games next year.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool, Latina. Well, that was another episode, guys.
Well,
I'm Mike. That's Dan. We're out of here. See ya.
Yeah, well...